Hi guys, my name is Rachel. This is my first video. I hope you really enjoy it. I want to speak today about self-worth. So self-worth is, as I see it, very interconnected with self-love. So self-love, if we have little to no self-love, then we're probably going to have low self-worth, low self-esteem. Now our self-worth, what's that based off of if we don't base it from our own inner self-love? So the self-worth can be based off of those things outside of ourselves if we're not looking within. So things like what we see as success. So is success for us having a big house or having an amazing car or a really good job? If we see that as being the case, then we could base our self-worth on the fact that we don't have those things. Whereas if we look at our life as it is and we go, oh, okay, well, I've got a small house, but I've got enough room for everyone, and I've got enough space to spread out and enjoy my hobby, and I've got a backyard that I can sit in that just makes me feel amazing, and I'm able to have a dog because of that. If I go for a walk, then there's a park only close by that just makes me feel so centered and at peace. I couldn't ask for more. So even though someone has a small house, they could be happy with that. So it's all about perspective. So whereas a person that has a really big house could want more and more and more, and because of that, they could maybe never be fully happy in themselves. So having a car, a crappy car, but it gets you from A to B, that might, you can make that as being the number one most important thing. Well, it's reliable and it gets me from here to here. That's amazing. Whereas a person might have a car that's like a decent car, but there's a newer model and they're like, well, I want to upgrade, and they might feel like they're lacking still, even though they've got a car that's so much more expensive than that other person. So what I'm saying is it's all about perspective. We need to look at what value we're putting on things and rebalance it accordingly. Another example of that might be someone might have a minimum wage job and they go to it every day and feel fulfilled, and the people around them are just awesome. So whereas another person might be a CEO of a big company, and they go home and they just feel like they never have enough, feel like they can't fill this void inside themselves. So and even though they talk to many people during the day, they don't feel like they have that personal connection with people, whereas that other person does. So it's all about perspective, but you need to look at your own life and look at your own, where you're putting your self-worth, where you're taking your self-worth from, and review that, I guess, because it's important. So, and the other area that I think we pull our self-worth from, if we aren't doing so from self-love, is from other people's opinions of ourselves. So it might be even a perceived opinion. It might not actually be their opinion. We might just go, oh, people think this of me. But if we're doing so, that's not good, because we're basing our truth off of what other people think or we perceive they think of us. So an example of something in my life is I was told by someone I had poor communication skills. So I took that on board as the truth without even thinking too much about it. So and then I went over to another place and I projected that out. And because I projected that out, it came back to me again and reconfirmed that I was poor at communication. But when I look at my life overall, I kind of realised that, well, actually, I've been in many places where I've acquired good communication skills. And I don't think I have poor communication skills. So, like, I've been in receptionist jobs, numerous ones of them, and that requires good customer service. So it's answering phones or having people come in and ask you questions, and then you have to redirect them. So and that requires good communication skills. So, and I did a vocational placement in the library, and that required good customer service, and I got really, really good written feedback from them about my time there. So, and without good customer service skills, I would not have received that good feedback. So, and there's so many, if I look back, there's so many times that I can see that I needed good communication skills for different things. So that might be perhaps their perspective of my communication skills, and that's fine. They're entitled to have their opinion 100%, but it doesn't have to be my truth. That's up to me. So I think what I'm saying is we need to realign ourselves with our own truths based on our authentic self. So from a self-love perspective, if we can heal those wounds and step into our power, then we can look at our self-worth in a different perspective. And we can kind of go, well, actually, I'm pretty good in this area. I'm good in this area. I'm good in this area. Okay, maybe I'm not so good in that area, but that's okay. You don't have to be good at everything. But you also need to realize that your self-worth is not based on those around you, it's based on what you think. So, and like I said, it's okay to not be good at everything. No, I don't think there's anyone in the world that is good at everything. I'd like to meet that person. So look at it as, what are you good at? What can you do? And then move forward confidently and start realizing your self-worth. And of course, your self-esteem will grow with your self-worth, because that is pretty much your self-worth. So that's probably everything I have to say today. I hope you really enjoyed my video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.